Hello and welcome to Dan Turismo. I am Dan. Uh, Immediately after I finished doing the last video, I realised, why didn't I put all that money into the Venturi? Why have I tuned the Skyline? But it's been done. I've spent the money on it, so I'm just going to have to use it because I've got no money and I've got no alternative. I said I was going to try and do those wagon races, which were a lot easier than I thought. So let's try it now. Right, here we are again. Rome short course again. I'm really fed up of all these same tracks. But then I guess there's not that many tracks in this game, is there? Right, I haven't done anything to the settings or anything. I figured the gears were too short. I'll lengthen them and lengthen them? Deary me, I'm even inventing words now. I blame those hatchings. Yeah, I'll lengthen the gears if I need to, but they seem alright. Assuming I have 6. Oh. Sorry, that was a bit of a sexy noise for a gentle right. Whoa. But that felt good. This car feels good. Feels quick. I mean, I guess it would, because it is. Oh, brakes are nice. Oh, turn-in is magnificent. Yeah, this was the right choice over the Venturi, I think. Hate to say it, because that was just a big old pile of money that I could really do with right now. Oh, if I can win both these races easily, with the cars I'll win from it as well. That's a good chunk of money. Because I do need to start going up the power chain. I know I said I didn't want to just buy powerful and do it easily, but I do need to do it because I'll start to run out of races to do, and I need to do the better races so that I get more money, win better cars that I can sell for more money, and then, well, I'm explaining the concept of the game. So that was a bit stupid, but this has gone very quickly. This car handles beautifully. And assuming I don't balls this last corner up, it's been quite straightforward. Oh, lovely. Nice bit of oversteer. Oh, this car's great. Let's do the next one. Right, this is the third and final Wagon Cup race. Special Stage Route 5. Let's hope this is as easy as the other two have been. Although being the third race, I expect it to be a little more difficult, even though the horsepower limit is the same for all 3 races and there's no reason for it to be. I know I had a bit of contact there, but this is ready to slide so easily. It's wonderful. Oh, that was ridiculous. All Skyline should be rear-wheel drive. Get rid of this 4-wheel drive ultimate pursuit of performance crap. I really don't like the current, well, it's not Skyline, the GTR. Not a fan of it. Don't know why. It's just a bit bland to me. It's all numbers, and you know, some of my favourite cars have very low numbers. The concept of acceleration or power or lap times or anything like that does nothing for me. It's all about the feel, all about the personality of the car. That's why the original Fiat 500 is the coolest car that there will ever be. Being attacked by yellow. Oh, and it's an STI as well. Yellow STIs. Oh, I need to see a doctor about that. Enjoying the silence? It's got nothing to say at the moment really. The race is a little bit easy. I don't like this track very much though. Just never really gelled with it. I like the shorter Clubman version, because the only interesting corner on the entire circuit is the first corner through the tunnel. The rest of it is just frustrating, obtuse chicanes like this, and barriers, and it's just not very fun. That's what Route 11 is great. Right, hopefully that should be enough. You didn't catch me on the straight last time, so I'm assuming they won't this time. Well, that is in second. It doesn't look like it's got any lights. Well, third now, the white car. Anyway, there we go. I beat the STIs! Yes! You can do it too! The Legacy Wagon and the Impreza Wagon! Let's go see what we won! Yes, of course, a couple of estate cars. You got this Impreza, don't want that, don't need it. Can buy one cheaply if I want from a used dealership. Sell! And the Stagea Nismo is mega, but look at that power, look at that weight, look at the size of it. Proper banana. But I use that a lot, I don't want to use it again, and 12,000 I can do with that. There we go. Oh look, we've got almost 31 grand now, and that's taking me like less than 10 minutes to do. So let's go see what else this Skyline can do, because it's a bit of a giant killer. Right, here we go, something a bit new. The full Seattle course. This is the AT Sports Car Cup. The horsepower limit is 394. So, based on the fact I could do the estate races, I can do this one. But Seattle full, what a circuit this is. What a circuit. Yeah, so it looks like it might be a little more difficult than the Wagon Cup. Fantastic old RX-7. Last weekend I was at the Goodwood members meeting and Patrick Watts was driving one of those, an RX-7 like that, in one of the touring car races, and he was giving it full bananas. Fantastic sound as well. When it pulled into the pits it started smoking alarmingly. Presumably all the oil had sort of seeped through the rotors and it was starting to implode, but managed to get back out there and finish the race. What an event Goodwood put on. Any of the three, the members meeting, Festival of Speed. I've not been to the revival yet, but I'm sure it's brilliant. You've just got to go to them. Even if you're not a fan of historic racing or anything, you've just got to go. It's a wonderful atmosphere, wonderful event. This has been a paid presentation by Goodwood Motor Racing. No, not really. Oh wow. Got a bit sideways, hit the barrier, but the physics didn't seem to realise that I'd hit the barrier. It just sort of sprung me in the direction, in a forward direction without losing me any speed, so that was good. I don't know what that car is in the lead. Oh, that's a Sylvia in second. Is it an MR2? The pixelated shape in the distance almost looked like a Pontiac Fiero, but that's not in this game. Okay, maybe this one is a bit difficult because... Oh wow, I've got to get used to driving a car that can slide. Because in Gran Turismo, going sideways isn't necessarily a bad thing in these games anyway. If you can sort of time your slides right, you can carry a lot of speed through corners. It's rather unrealistic in that sense, but caught up a bit through that section even with some bad driving. Oh, that's good. I've got 3 laps. So I've got another lap to hone my technique. Got out a bit wider. Oh, this track. It's such a good bit of track. You're flying down the hill into that 90-degree right, but then you've got another 90-degree right soon after. But the track's so wide, there's so many lines. I've forgotten how to do that corner, it seems. And the chicane, which is no challenge in this car, but you get a faster car and it is a challenge, especially going in the reverse direction. RX-7 is pretty rapid at this part. This port of the circuit? Oh, am I suddenly from Brooklyn? Oh no. Oh. There was a point there where the physics definitely sort of decided that I wasn't going to save that, and it started to spin more. It felt very unnatural. Is that RX-17? No, it's not. I turned in too early for that corner again. Right, this is where I was good last time. If I can do this well, I might be able to get away with some questionable overtaking manoeuvres. That's probably my favourite corner on the track. You get that right, and then you get this line into this section down here right. Oh, I've not done that well at all, have I? There's another Starlet, look. See, they're so good. I should have had that as my first car. I love that Celica, but that would have been a bit interesting, I think. No, I've not done that well either. I've caught them, but I think it's too little too late. Right, remember this corner is tighter than I think. So the one problem with this car is so twitchy that if you don't turn in at the exact right time, it's very difficult to recover it. Okay, so I think that was a step too far. It's good and it keeps them, well, it doesn't keep them in range, does it? Because that's probably the rubber banding. But yeah, against the similarly lightweight quick cars, I don't think it can deal with 400 horsepower races. Oh no, what's going on? He's back doing a race at Seattle again. Yes, I am. This time it's the short course, but this time it's the Muscle Car Cup. Now there's no horsepower restriction for this, but I'm thinking muscle cars, quick in a straight line, not so good in the corners. This car, not so quick in a straight line, good in the corners. Worked in the Wagon Cup, didn't work in the 80s Cup because they're also quick in the corners. I think for this maybe... Oh wow, that was utterly ridiculous. We've got a bit of a reputation in Realish racing, in our sim racing activities, for being a bit of a sideways driver. Perhaps this is where I get it from. Many days doing ridiculous stuff in Gran Turismo. GT 350 is quite quick, but then I'd expect it to be, because it's the only thing there that resembles a proper racing car. Apart from the Superbird. There is a Superbird in the race, right? Yeah. I hope I can win these, because this would be very useful. Churning through these races at such a rate of knots. Don't want to speak too soon. That I may even be able to get another car bought in this episode. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You know, get a car bought and then something to look forward to in the next one. This Skyline is great though, but yeah, I do need a bit more power. Because they were some of the more challenging races actually. The races where the car was roughly comparable on power to the opponents, but let down by the handling. I'm thinking the compact car cup. I mean, the Sleeker couldn't have been too far away from where I was, where the AI cars were in terms of horsepower, but I couldn't win them because they handled so much better. They could brake later. Whereas this, it's either seems to be a simple case of if you handle better, you will win. If they don't handle as well, you won't win because you're not powerful enough. So I'm feeling a little less anxious about going down a powerful car route. Anyway, right, this is another Muscle Car Cup race at Laguna Seca this time. There is another one at Seattle, but since I've already done 2 Seattle races in this video, I think I'll leave that for another time. But this being the 3rd race in the Muscle Car Cup, I'm expecting it to maybe be a bit difficult. I thought that with the Wagon Cup and it wasn't. So we'll see. It's either going to be brilliant when we get to the corkscrew this car, or it's just going to wig out and be so twitchy that I can't control it. It's in corners so well. This was definitely worth putting all those upgrades on, I think, even though it was like probably got 65, 70,000 in this car. Maybe a bit less than that actually, maybe like 50 to 60. I don't know. Don't care to be honest, but it's definitely worth it either way. Right, here we go. Oh, it was good. Shelby's a bit of a worry because that can actually go around corners. Look how far ahead both it and I are ahead of the others. Oh, that corner is so wrong. It's nothing like that in real life. Well, there we are, look, now I've got in the lead. The boost effect of the AI is starting to work and they're banding together a bit. Yes, I know I'm cutting all these corners, but I don't care. It's not a modern game, we're not forced into penalties and dictated to how we want to play our games. It's my game, I'm going to play it the way I want to. If I can live with a bit of cheating, then I'm going to do it. Only penalties here are in my own conscience. Right, let's see if we can do this as well again, or whether the last lap was just a fluke. Oh, that's good. 3rd gear through there, wow. That corner's still great though. Still not had to go into the realms of tyres yet though, which is a good thing. Remember, that's always my sort of get out of jail free card. Especially in these races where there's no tyre wear. If I just whacked on a set of qualifying tyres, it'd be ridiculously easy. But I'm not having too much trouble. That's another race won. Good stuff. Right, let's have a look at the cars we won for that Muscle Car Cup. Oh, look at the PT Spider. Oh, look at the money that gives us. Yeah, I don't want to use that. No, that's similar to the Atlantique in power and weight, so I don't need that. But 25 grand, yes, I'll have that. And the Phaeton. Oh, another 25 grand. Oh, look at that. Oh. No, I'm not going to use that, even if it is some kind of ridiculous, like 30s gangster car in 90s concept car form. But 25 grand, yes. Right, sell that. Look at that, in 25 minutes, half an hour, I've earned 100 grand from that Skyline. What a brilliant car. Absolutely fantastic. And I've still got that muscle car race in the bank, which that can do at any time should I need some quick cash. Brilliant. Right, let's go and look for something to buy. That's this time I am looking for 4-wheel drive, because I've got that 4-wheel drive cup to do, and I'm looking at Tommy Kyra. I can afford one. I like them because they are essentially modified Nissans. That one's rear-wheel drive, that's no good. It's got a lot of power. It's four-wheel drive, but now I've just had a Skyline. Oh, I really don't know. Maybe I should wait for four-wheel drive. While I've got all this money, maybe I should buy something that I want. Because that Skyline was a bit out of necessity. The MR2 was a bit... I had to use that a bit out of necessity. Yeah, sorry, let's just buy something we like. Buying something I like didn't go down too well when I picked the Venturi, but I can't make the same mistake twice, can I? Now those Chimeras in the Clubman Cup race really made me want to buy a TVR. But then you see, which one would I want? Would I want a Cerbera, a Chimera, or a Griffith? The Cerbera gets me the most bang for my buck. That's really tempting as well. They're so light as well. Is that maybe a bit good to buy? I don't know. Yes, so after the disaster that was the Venturi Atlantique, I've erred on the side of caution and I have gone with the Cerbera. I love the TVR Cerbera. It's just such an amazing car. I've done a couple of mods to it. Sports suspension, sports brake, and stage 1 weight reduction, so that's pretty cheap. Right, so yeah, let's take it out for a quick spin. Now, I'm thinking of taking it to something that it should be ridiculously out of its league, just to see where we are with it. Right, I'm doing the final race of the FR Challenge. This is at Midfield Raceway. The horsepower limit for it was 493. This has got 428, so this should be a reasonable test. I'm not expecting to win it, if I'm honest. Oh, it looks so good, even in this PlayStation 1 pixelated polygonal form. It still looks amazing. Oh, it's so flat. Oh, bless their hearts. They've done their best to make it sound like a TVR, but it being a Gran Turismo game, the sound is totally wrong. That's cute. Yeah, even with that sports brake kit I put on, the brakes are not great. Or maybe it's just because it's so quick I'm not used to it. Gears are quite long as well, so it gives that impression that it's not going that quickly. But it is. Oh look, that's a Cerbera in the lead. This is the 4.5 one I got. Because there's the 4 litre and the Speed 6 as well. This one had the most power, so that's the one I went for. Either way, 420 horsepower in a car weighing a little over a tonne is a bloody good power to weight ratio. It's probably better than most modern cars actually. Most modern supercars. It's quicker than that Cerbera for some reason. That'd be interesting. Oh god, yeah, I need to get... I think I'm right in saying that that's the first spin I've had. I've had crashes, I've had slides, I've had half spins that have been rectified, but as a proper full-blown spin... 9.4 seconds behind. Right, let's see what this rubber banding is all about. I can see on the mini-map that the AI is way out in front. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I've done it again. Okay, so I think I actually need to start braking in a straight line and then turning in like you're supposed to do in a proper car. I can't just do my chuck it in on the brakes. That's quite difficult to drive. But I think that'll just come with experience. I pulled 2 seconds back after the last spin. I can win that though without the spins. Alright, so as you can see I've redone this race because I knew that without the spins I could win it quite easily, and if I look behind me you will see that is the case. Wow, where are they? Oh, there they are. So I really have won that. Yeah, there we go. Right, we're doing one more cheeky little race in the TBR. This is in the luxury four-door cup at the high-speed ring, and the horsepower limit of this was 591, so I'm thoroughly expecting to be outclassed. But you never know. It's good to know where the limit is, so that when I take this into other races, I'll have a rough idea of what it will and won't be good against. Plus, also, I'm hoping that the braking deficiencies of this car will not be as exposed here as at some other tracks. I think maybe for this I will actually need a brake bias controller. Stick it all to the front. Well, so I am in the lead. Mind you, the car I'm taking the lead from is a BMW 7 Series. I know this is the luxury four-door cut and that the Cervera isn't particularly eligible for it, but I'm going to say that it is. It's luxurious. TVRs have beautiful interiors, and although you can only see two doors now, it's a TVR, so at some point there'll probably be a stress fracture in the door and it will become a four-door. Definitely not the easiest thing to drive, but wow. I mean, I know you don't know what the actual horsepower of those cars is and everything, and that they're heavy. They're probably twice the weight of this, some of them. But I did not expect to win this. I haven't won it yet. Some shorter gearing probably wouldn't go amiss in this car either. It's just got that tendency to sort of snap when you put the power back on, and if you're not ready to catch it, then you're just going round. Wow, how good was that? Oh, full Taurus last. Oh, you need to do the upgrades I did to it. Oh, I've got here. Oh, look at that RX-7. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, I'm going to keep that. I cannot bring myself to sell it. I probably won't use it, but... And we've also got this. We don't need that. It's nice, but we don't need it. We'll sell that. Right, so there we go. I'm going to call it a day there for this video. That Cervera's proved to be quite a useful buy, actually. Maybe even too useful, but we'll dwell on that another time. Next time we'll carry on with the Cervera, see where we can go. And then I probably will start to look for a four-wheel drive car, because I do need one. I need to do those ones, and also I need something that can do the rallies, because that Skyline was woefully inadequate. So I might need something with some serious power to actually do that. But we'll come to that then. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Dan out!